Hello! My name is Carolina and I have been wanting to make a video for a long time, and I thought I would make a video on the beach because I have a physical copy. I feel like it's kind of hard to make a video without well, that's not true, but I have the copy. I bought it over the summer. So this book was made into a film in the early 2000s with Leo DiCaprio. You might have seen it. It was very famous back then. I think it kind of has a cult following now. I might be wrong, but I saw it when I was pretty young, probably too young to watch it. So it left a big impression on me. It was a really good film. However, so I found out that it was based on a book. I think this book was written in 1996. So this book was written in 1996. So baby me would have not had a clue. So I found out and I bought myself a copy this summer, read it in 3 days. It was so good. I was worried that I would maybe not enjoy it because I know the film backwards and forwards. However, this book goes into so much more depth. You know, that's the way the cookie crumbles with film adaptations, but the film is quite sexual. There are a lot of sex scenes, or like a lot of sexual tension, and that is not really included in this book. I mean, there is some, but it doesn't really revolve around that. So I'll just give you basic plot. I have the Wikipedia page here because I don't want to spend a lot of time figuring out how to summarize it without giving anything away. So basically we're following Richard. He is a young British tourist who travels to Thailand. In Thailand, he meets a mentally disturbed man who is renting the room right next to him, and gives him a hand-drawn map of directions to a beautiful island with a hidden lagoon and beach located somewhere in the Gulf of Thailand. It's generally it is inaccessible to tourists. Shortly after, well, I don't know if I should say this part, so I just won't. But anyways, he meets these two other young tourists, Etienne and Francois, this French couple. The three of them, the other two have also heard of the beach. It's like this legendary sort of conspiracy location. So the three of them with this map, they're like, hey, why not? Let's give it a go. You know, it seems like they've really indulged in the Thai lifestyle. It seems like Francois and Etienne are always looking for that high, looking for the next thing to do or the next place to reach that is sort of untainted by tourism. So yeah, the three of them decide to go, and that's where it starts to get interesting. So on this beach, there are other islanders. Watch me saying islanders because I've been watching Love Island, but there are other islanders who live there. Some have been living there for many years. All of them, we get some background on the main side characters, the other islanders. You know, it seems that all of them are kind of trying to escape this Western 9-to-5 sort of lifestyle. What's really interesting about it about the book in particular compared to the movie is that we get a deep delve into, I guess, maybe a little bit of human psychology, or how humans start to interact with each other when we don't have these imposed structures. You know, we don't have a hospital, so what if someone gets hurt? What if someone gets fatally hurt? How do we deal with that? And I should sort of also highlight that this beach, you know, it's top secret, and I can't tell you why, or else I would be giving away some of the important plot, but it's top secret. It's a matter of life and death. It's important that this beach is kept on the DL, basically. So if someone gets fatally hurt, it's not like they can risk bringing medical attention to the island. So yeah, so what happens in that case? How do you deal with someone who's dying? How do you take care of them? Do you take care of them? Do you turn a blind eye? So I should also mention that in the island there are different details. So there's a hunting detail, a gardening detail, a carpentry detail, and the islanders that live there are assigned to details. So there are rules and regulations that the islanders have sort of made for themselves, and they have a leader, one of the founders of the island. And it's very interesting how Richard also seems to just kind of like have this like descent into madness. So who he thought he was is not who he really is when he doesn't have these, you know, imposed societal structures. And it made me reflect a lot on, you know, how I would act in a kind of commune and a kind of cult, like how I would like engage with others and even with myself. Like, would I lose my empathy? Would I just sort of slowly become apathetic and cruel toward others? So this is just such an interesting book, and I highly recommend it. It is very thick, but like I said, I read it in 3 days. I am not a fast reader at all, but I was just so gripped because of the psychological depth in it, and really 1,000 times better than the movie. I will say I do think that the movie gave me like a lot of imagery when reading this book. So that's something that also happened to me with Jeff Vandermeer's Annihilation. So I watched the Natalie Portman movie Annihilation, and I didn't know it was based on a book, but I found out it was based on the Southern Reach trilogy. Sorry, this is like aside from the beach. But anyways, basically what I'm saying is like having watched that movie then later informed my like imagery of the book. So if you're someone that like struggles with coming up with like visual imagery or like, you know, jumping into the scenery of a book, like I think watching the movie before reading the book will like, it won't ruin your experience of the book. It might enhance it. So yeah, definitely highly recommend The Beach. I know that it's summer. I know that it's fall, like definitely trying to have these like fall vibes going on. But if you're trying to hang on to the last of summer, 1,000% recommend delving into The Beach. Also, this cover, fucking stunning. Like that's also why I bought it. It's the 20th anniversary edition. And I'm really not like a sucker for editions, but because I like this book so much, I like, and I was looking at the Wikipedia page, I saw like the original cover for The Beach. I'll try to like insert, I don't even know how to insert stuff in videos, so I'm gonna try and insert a picture here of the original 1996 first edition hardcover paperback print. And I was like, damn, I need to get my hands on that. But then I have seen like how much it costs, and I will not be getting my hands on that anytime. So yes, this is second best thing. It's a holographic cover. Again, it's very thick, but it's very beautiful. And once you like read the book, you'll be able to tell, like you'll know like what all of these little images are, like what they're about. Whoever designed this, props to you. This is such a well designed cover. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Highly recommend. I hope that you like this first very rambly video. I've been wanting to make a video for a long time, and I was like, damn, I have this stunning book. I'm gonna make a video. So anyways, have a nice day or evening or whatever.